15-13, something I never really thought to happen. But now into the last map of the series, keep in mind there's only 4 teams in total within.
Could either go very, very well for the T's, or they might just get slaughtered.
Well, that's a lot of shots you're going to need to hit to somehow survive this with a 2-on-4. And, well, they're not really going to hit too many, it seems. Unfortunately, Deco does get both kills, one with the Molotov and obviously one with the Glock headshot. CT side not working out for him. Even they had, I guess, an okay setup to start things off with. And this is looking all the way of Isurus. DZT lost with K-Tex down to, well, 104 HP combined. And DZT's going for the super long flank. Are they still going to try to go for this? They don't have a kit, so I'd imagine they're trying to save these weapons.
Keep some Kevlar. Give you the cheap upgrade if you don't take any damage. Noxy side. I have to say, I always enjoy it when I see utility like properly used. Like the Molotov into the pit. I'll be honest, kind of saw it coming, but it done, just not with a USP.
Yeah, not too often either, to be fair, unless you're Brolin with the the Krieg. Rip, not gonna happen anymore for him, unfortunately. We're in the back though on the CT side to the scout. SMG got the Deagles, even a 5.7 mixed, or 2.57 is actually mixed within there, and they have a lot of smoke, so they at least have the utility to stall for time. Isurus is starting to push relatively quickly. This utility might not even have a chance to be used, at least over towards this A side. You can see Devoni trying to throw it down. He's gonna eventually be overrun, but he's not even overrun. He does get 1 kill. And ZQK will eliminate him, thinking he's an enemy, and he gets a second! He gets the headshot! Now it's all onto the one player inside of sight, luckily for him. The wraparound comes in at 1962, and Showtime now down to a 1-on-1 with the AK and the head armor in hand. It's going to be still hard to pull this off. The bomb's still going to be up, I think, in towards balcony. And Reverse is actually just going for the flank.
Game of Ring Around the Rosie. They're just wrapping around on each other. As if Showtime's predicted this. This man has, I don't even know, in the past, losing the pistol, that was the nightmare. Nowadays, winning the pistol, losing the second round, that's the nightmare. That's where you get the full reset. You get the $1,400 bonus, and no bomb plant means that basically the CT side got to take some of your guns, take some of your cash, and leave you with very little. In other words, they've robbed them. I think that's the best way to put it.
Oh, that's a little bit of a missed flashbang coming through out of Reversive. Link's just trying to stall them, keep that push at bay over towards the B site. And so flashbang out of the Bonnie does open things up for ZQK to get the first kill, and more importantly, just stay alive. They still have a player in towards CT spawn as well, and they're playing super passive towards B. The problem is the dinks come in. Reversive gets the kill. Trying to rescue the gun now. Spots out Showtime, is looking to not let this one go. Peeks him out, and again, Reversive gets another kill, and just like this, they got robbed, but they're going to rob them back.
Thieving the thieves. It's not something I expected to happen.
Stealing from the rich.
There was like a meme I saw recently of what if Robin Hood robbed someone that was rich, made them poor? Does he then have to give the money back?
No.
but he takes from the rich and gives to the poor.
It's a little bit different. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Childhood, basically, which I feel sorry for the kids of today that they've had stuff like the Minions. It doesn't quite compete.
Whoa, okay, calm down. See, now Isurus on the T side trying to push in, actually going straight through the smoke. 1962 with the perfect timing. Talk about 30-30 vision for Showtime, but 1962's got the reads. Gets himself a quick triple in Isurus.
Right, but if they did, it would make me chuckle, because then it means that the Jason curse is in full effect. Not sure if it's carried over from last year. It's difficult to say. But here we go. Rush down mid. Only a few pistols. 1962. That is a nice little spray transfer. Drag to the left. Still 2 kills. That's quite surprising. 1 man, 1 USP. 2 players taken down. Deco converted.
I know Pronax did.
Okay, it might just make them play properly. Imagine how good he would have been if he did it correctly.
Make its way over towards this A site. The utility is ready to be thrown in. Just whether or not the CTs can kind of defend against this. Reversive leading the charge through. I think he might have spotted out the one player in pit. The Molotov's going to actually push him out of position as well. And a nice little flashbang does halt the aggression.
Double ruse. They've baited off a rotation again. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure where they're going at this point. Showtime's still here, though. They may not expect him on the cross, but they've done enough to kill him off. Patience. Kotex will be there to least down another. The CT side in with a good chance. They don't have any utility for this retake. They have to take raw battles, and 1962, normally good in those situations, will only get one. Teammates have so much left to do. Echo 1 versus 3, trying to spray it down, almost gets 2 as Katex walks into his shot, but nonetheless, it is going to be the CT side getting around. And more importantly, that was one where they really didn't have much to play with at all. Like, sure, they had a kit. They did have rifles on every single player.
And going in that one, just like the loop-de-loop just completely even caught me off guard, and I can see the mini-map with all, 10 players alive. But a really good job at actually just to kind of change things up. Again, not really committing towards one of these sites. They were able to obviously take their round in the end, but still, like, big mental game, I think, was won for Isurus. And it also puts a lot more pressure onto Katex if he's going to be the guy rotating quickly. This time it's going to be ZQK.
At least. I always seem to prefer this more passive at the back of the site. Are they trying to boost him up? This is interesting. Did the Molotov reach into the back? I think they're screwed. Yeah, they're absolutely screwed. They've both been burnt out. 1962. Still headshots to both, of course. UK, it doesn't want to allow them to cross. If he'd hit anything with those last 2 bullets, I think he would have been cheering that, but it's just going to have to be a save. And yeah, I've not seen too often you go for a boost in that back corner. I think the only time I've ever seen it is if you have an AWP.
Second player there. And you have nowhere really to run, right? At least if you're at the other boost position, you can go left, you can go right, you can kind of change things up and keep them guessing. But there, they or MI. God, that term just sounds so disgusting. An AK and an M4. And at least have the utility this time to use, but I think for me it's about how smart they're going to be. I think that was their own Molotov at the Bomb Banana, wasn't that? Did someone misthrow it? It had to have been.
Maybe. There's still some aggression coming out from the CT side. They're attempting to push at least. He's still going to get the opener. CT's actually pushing all the way down, and they're going to get a fight with 1962 and win it. However, they didn't expect Reversive to be so far into the corner. This is a good luck Daboni round, but he's got to try and find pretty much everybody. His teammate barely even rotating at this point. So far away, just going, yeah, mate, if you do it, good luck. Try and kill a board.
I believe in you.
He did actually manage to get a couple, and I like how Katex has now gone, all right, I'm on my way. It's like, yeah, you're on your way, are you? Are you? In a 1v2, once I'm already dead. Cheers. Has a chance, Tom. He has a chance. He needs to. He let his teammate die. This needs to be the redemption. Or the reverse.
For Imperial, just to talk some things over, because you really can't allow too many rounds to get away from you on CT side of Inferno. And it seems like, they're getting not even like out, not even getting like anti-stratted or oh my god, Delboni. It's just kind of they're losing a lot of these gun battles. 1962 is just able to walk.
Teams in Brazil are probably gonna have the greatest support you could ever receive, as fans are fantastic. Brown though, it's not looking so good for the Brazilians. The T tries to find something, and the remaining players, I think they're just looking for whichever weapon was dropped initially, having a little look around, spotting the roofs. Instead, Showtime's going to be met with one of the AKs. Unfortunately, there's a T-side player holding it.
Yeah, I found one. Oh, where is it? Oh, he has it in his hands. Yeah.
You hear those bullets? Yeah, it's there.
Zero lead for Imperial, and yet they still barely close it out at 16-14. So this still has a lot of rounds to go. We're not done by any means of the word. We're going to see an AUG and AWP for Imperial ZQK, who's been so explosive with the AWP, especially on CT side when it came to train. It was a little bit...
It's one of those maps, though, again, where York becomes more situational. Links with... Basically means he'll be able to hit any footsteps, any movement, anything they attempt. And a good counter incendiary is actually going to make things a bit awkward. In fact, the T's are just going to smoke straight through it. I think they realize they've thrown too much utility to not go for something here. Great entry from the IGL. Noxy doing work. They've got to be careful if the man is hit, but also Graveyard. A less conventional position. Boney is finally going to be spotted. He springs his trap, but it's not much of a trap at all. Noxy just going ham in this round. 3 kills for him. 3 entries onto the A site. Still having 2 teammates to spare. The CTs, however, have come in quite quickly. They don't have a kit, and they only have a singular smoke. I'm starting to wonder if this is even worth the effort.
Yeah, it looks like they're already going to be saving it here, too. I feel like they've been saving quite fast of them back in the Pro League. I think that was Season 9, if I'm not mistaken. He was definitely one of like the weaker players of the team, and running that in-game leader role and trying to frag was just not really
the connotation that you get from that. You're thinking, okay, he's gonna be the one running the show. A lot of the time when we saw a nuke, he was making really risky plays to try and find out information. He'd try and get down the vents. He'd try and run into secret. He was doing things that were so risky that it normally resulted in his death, but he knew that. And this time, he's been killing it. His risky plays have all paid off. That's the problem. He's trying things, he's testing the water, and every time it's just the right temperature for him to push in.
Already has 2 kills in this round. The guns that Imperial did have are completely gone now. Look at all that utility laying on the ground as well from the fallen teammate. ZQK took a hell of a shots here to maintain this one. That's a good one to start things off with. There's a flank coming out of Imperial from behind as well. DZT going to be the one to do that, but the pace has been picked up. Isurus looking to charge straight forward into the site. They still have not spun out the 2 players lurking here, though, as the Boney gives his position away. Now they know there's at least 2 going to be here as they try to wrap straight into ZQK, able to finally finish him off. And the flank being watched as well. DZT not going to have a chance. Now Del Boney, 1 versus 3. Going to find it hard to see him win this with just a deagle. And it looks like we might see a 9th round now for Isurus.
This is looking very, very dominant. We've not even seen too much from the CT side in quite a while. Sure, some of these rounds have been like 3v2s or close, but most of the time it just seems in these clutch situations that have been pretty damn phenomenal, and by that point, it'll already be the end of the half. So, Imperial, it needs to be now. At 9-6, not irreversible. At the same time, anything more than this, and well, it's a problem, but that's a very good start.
Well, yeah, double off setup here. If this doesn't work out for you, you're gonna put yourself. If you do win one of them and they lose the follow-up, again, you're gonna be hurting on money for that double op setup. Was ZQK getting the first? I mean, he has been such an explosive player for them on the AWP. So they're able to finally get them that first kill as K-Tex as well. Now we're gonna see him. Isurus know there's a double op setup. Showtime. Have to spot him out. A big flashbang opens things up again. ZQK get on the board with a double flash coming through. And Showtime gets to sprayed onto the last player. So,
well, but seeing how Isurus have actually played with their utility, the Molotovs have been very effective. I think they're going to do quite well at making things awkward for the B-side AWPer.
I mean, it almost seems to me that it's kind of a last resort. Like, all right, let's just try double ops, right? Nothing else seems to be working. And it worked for them in this round. You can see Isurus trying to get aggressive here to kind of punish them for that. Doesn't work out too well as they have taken a hell of a lot more damage than their opponents. 1962 down to 51 health. Gonna go for the peak again, and K-Tex will blind. Doesn't seem to matter. He gets the kill. Gonna look for the repeat, but Noxy again. In-game leader and fragger for his team. But I think expect Showtime boost up towards the site, and they are going to stun him out, get the kill as well. They're going to be able to take this site, get the bomb down. And again, that double up setup, you have ZQK. As long as they keep smokes down, how is he going to be effective? How is he going to be a player when it comes to this retake?
I'm not even sure this is going to be possible already. It looks like the CTs are just going to back out of the round. And yeah, not exactly what I was saying, but very similar. Like a change of pace, an aggressive push towards the portions of the round. But did you notice the fact that the CTs threw basically all of their utility? They had to, because they were rushing so far up. They just went everything at their opposition. And because of that, well, they lost the round. So yeah, Isurus make a setup. You can't just allow Isurus. Okay, they threw a few Molotovs, they threw a few nades. Now we throw all of our nades back.
They did, but look at the T's. They just pushed straight through it. They didn't really seem to care. K-Tex, though, is up close to personal, gets the double. I'm not sure how the hell he hits that follow-up shot, but he sure as hell does. Link's finally able to respawn. That was only his 4th kill of the half. That's so weird to see that they're up 10-3. He only has 4 kills. Well, he's not going to get any more than that. He also drops the bomb, trying to push in solo.
Yeah.
Reversive and Deco not there to help protect him, and now Imperial, they have the bomb. They have the position. They're pushed up, and there should be no way Isurus win this.
I think that was a bit of an overcommit. And maybe not realizing he had the bomb. It's banana, even if he is as talented as he is there.
Well, I want to say they assumed that the T's didn't push through the smoke, but there wasn't like nades to follow up with. There wasn't mollies to follow up with to like stop them from pushing. So I'm really confused why they would have expected, or maybe they knew they would already been pushed through and they wanted to take the fight anyways. But 10-4. Still the realm of possibility. Players still pushed up towards Banana as they're going back to the bomb, which is sitting nice and pretty back at T-Stairs, trying to push into his K-Tex again, trying to take the trade, or take the fight. Smoke comes down, expects the player up close, he gets the headshot with the quick scope. DCT now there, and he's just gonna get the straight on through this.
So, do you think it's happening again?
You know what? In this series, I don't know. I very well could. It seems to. I don't want to count Imperial out just yet. They definitely have looked better. I'd say. No, yeah, I'd say they look better on their T side, kind of overall, than what we see out of Isurus. But
I want to see where the double nade is going. I said either. Ultimately, I don't really know at this point. I'm somewhat intrigued. They're still standing. Maybe even they're going for an edgy after plant defusal. That is a fast rotation though from 1962, and they nade 2 out of CT. What? Okay, that's ridiculous. The nades just land in and kill off everyone. Deco does catch one as they look to fade away. Drop the bomb. He's actually bought himself some time. He's going to be running down. He hears the footsteps. It's going to be a smoke going down behind him. His opponent's waiting on the other side. He gets the kill as well. Deco on for the ace. A 1 versus 1. Coming in from behind. Doesn't know where he is, but look at the time. 18 seconds. Can he grab the bomb and go back to A? He's waiting on the other side of his own teammate Smoke. That's going to be the real burden. And in fact, he's going to go barreling in. But Deco's going the wrong way. He doesn't even realize it's actually going to be a B-site plant, but I think he's heard the footsteps. Only a few seconds left. The bomb should just about go down, and it will with a second to spare. It gives DZT a chance versus Deco. But he has been such a hero in this round, looking for the ace to give the 11th round onto Isurus. His opponent backs around the corner as he looks to come up right behind him. He's got it! Perfect! What a play from Deco! A great double nade from Imperial. An easy, or made it look easy, clutch from
down in Banana, and he started to rotate back towards A. Like, I guess he was trying to read into the guy picking the bomb up and going back towards the A site, but either way, you can't knock him for what the end results were.
That is the most nitpicky comment I think
I've
ever heard.
He had the bomb, right?
You know, he thought that it was A, so you know.
No. He saw the bomb down, so with like 20 seconds left, you could assume, okay, he has to kind of go towards B, but he won the round anyway, so I'm not gonna judge him.
They could have grabbed him, run back. You never know. I thought that's what he was going to do, to be honest. It was just based on people died
like
at the
50
end.
Shades of Tom right now.
Well, that would be pasty white with a little bit of red mixed in, so not the most exciting.
At least there's not much hair.
That is true, or at least that's what you'd think. Nonetheless, it's going to be ZQK 1v3. Got a scout. Now, this man he's been pretty good with the scout. The bomb is in CT, however, and this would, if anything, be more impressive if he somehow wins this clutch. In a pistol round, you get some RNG. Got a scout facing off against an AWP, not so much. So, they do have the loss bonus behind them. They're actually going to go for a couple of nades. I can respect that. They did so well with them previously. It must be heartbreaking to come up with that strategy, to be like, we're going to nade here, and then lose.
My gosh, the amount of damage being done already without seeing a single player. Reverse is just going to mow them down as they line up one by one to eventually meet their maker. Eventually able to close this one out as well. 13-5. When it's right in your face. And he sees you coming through first.
He did get the insta headshot. It was... Look, he nailed it. I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm just going to enjoy the moment. Lots of nades and no, not much damage at least. It's going to be the flashbang assist. Obviously, waiting on the edge. Bear in mind, this man still has been playing very well. 18 and 10, whereas his counterpart on the other side of the smoke currently has 4 kills, so not ideal. And a much slower performance to what we've seen previously. Maybe kicking themselves a little bit for Nuke. And I mentioned to you in the break, it's only really been Isurus pulling off the comebacks. We don't yet know the mental fortitude of this Brazilian side. At the moment, they're looking wrecked. Most battles, but now we get another chance at a clutch. And we've had a fair few attempted, we've had a fair few succeed. And with the defense currently split, K has a chance.
All he has to do is win out on 1v1. And then he will have the bomb planted. Is he gonna expect 1962 sitting inside a graveyard? He's got so many angles to check when hitting over towards this A site. Luckily, he does have time to work with, but I don't imagine there's a world where he checks graveyard. Well, he kind of jumps up for it, but 1962 is on a pretty good start. Downside is for them, the last 5 matches, they have lost to Boom, they have lost to Red Candid, so they've lost to the other 2 teams already in this group.
Noxy to hold on. Spray while blind is not going to connect onto anything. The rotation will take a while, but the flashbang leaves his opponent completely blind. A free kill. Knows that there's a couple around this corner. They're going to peek actually 1 by 1. I think a little bit of miscommunication, but it is still a trade. Definitely been better if they could have timed that right and kept it even, but luckily UK still standing. However, the bomb, it's been dropped. That is not a good position to try and retrieve it. Okay, the jump spot not going to work out. And it's this man again. He's got 3 already. Deco to try and clutch it once again. His opponent with only 12 HP. With already 3 kills under his belt. It's not going to be enough. 15-5. It's close once again for him.
Playing 21 kills and the in-game leader. Deco up to 19. Reverse, I believe I saw for a second there, was on 16. So some real standout players. 1962 has been kind of consistent over the course of this series, as we mentioned before. Especially thinking back to Train, but look at the pace has been picked up out of Imperial. DZ teaches run straight into Lynx, picks up the AWP for his troubles. Man advantage early on to Imperial, but they've not really penetrated the A site just yet. The rotations even coming in out of Isurus as they're flanking from Banana. 1962. Well, maybe we should get another sign saying short is his. He gets 2 quick kills. And now it's going to be a 4-on-3. Oh my god.
Okay.
That was dirty.
He's going to clean up 3. Not bad at all. The trades failed from Isurus. It is getting to the point, I wonder if 1962 should just wear the sign. It'd probably save us a lot of time. Like, you walk around the corner and it just says on his chest, you shouldn't be here.
I like it. 19, or, well, he's not going to have a chance to do much here as I see the B side completely taken up against the pistols. And yeah, well, that's a clean round. 7 HP for DZT and Showtime, but they're just going for it. They're feeling confident.
Oh, maybe they give a little bit too much over to Imperial and they start to grind rounds out. Now, they got 7 at the beginning of Train. Strong start on their T side. They need 8 here. It's not... They're down to 2 flashbangs and the T's have already taken a lot of mid control. Gotta be careful from the apps, but this time as 1962 fades out of the smoke, it is going to be an easy kill for the T's. Interestingly, K-Tech's actually going to re-smoke onto Arch side, so... They're actually going to start to aggress. I think they've realized that they're going to need to do something in this round if they're going to stand a chance. The AWP peaks and is lost. Spam coming through. Deco a little bit confused, but he's going to get a couple of free kills, giving his teammates a chance. But just look at the weaponry. It's definitely not ideal. Reversing is completely blind. And, oh, Noxy this time too far away. Only a kit. No kit, I should say. And, okay. That is ballsy. I guess he wanted to throw it away so it didn't make a sound, but just to walk in with his USP, just like, I don't want to make any noise here.
I should might be able to punish them here. I mean, the thing is, they have Showtime pushed him towards Banana. I don't think they're necessarily going to expect him to be coming here. They think he's going to be saving. He might be able to get a couple of kills off of this. Going to be coming around. Takes down 1. Well, will eventually fall, unfortunately, but it gets a little bit of damage dealt in the meantime.
Away. Also, it's just one of those rounds where you put it in every once in a while just to almost keep your opponents on edge. Just like, hey, could they do that in an actual round? Nade. Go through. Bit of early damage at least, but the USPs aren't really going to be netting too much more. The pressure's going to be coming into Showtime. They are going to trade eventually, although not really going to be much more than that. Just 1 player left, 1962. Still hits the... He's actually got a grenade. It's going to dunk right onto one of the players, but unfortunately not one that's tagged. Oh, this is getting out of control. How is a man with a P250 and 36 HP taking 2 players down? Come on, Imperial. That is not acceptable.
You would assume the morale of Imperial had to have been at an all-time low. And yeah, they're still living to fight another day.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. They shouldn't be able to get away with that much. I'm sure they're going to be breathing a sigh of relief that he didn't try to challenge them there.
Imperial's going to barrel into this B site.
Ori is still the time, though. 30 seconds. Luckily, the utility is gone for the remaining players, but Noxy does have a couple of flashbangs. Well-timed, could help him out, and it does slow down the push at least a little bit. In fact, Reversive comes straight through. Noxy hiding at the back. He's just trying to hold on as long as possible, and the flashbang is perfect. He gets another, still surviving at the back. There's only 12 seconds left, but finally, they get rid of him. He's gone. They can breathe a sigh of relief, at least for a second, but that second is swift. As we see Isurus close out this matchup, they are going to take themselves a